for Carleton.
When the Prime Minister told Canadians that he would take $10 in carbon taxes from them for every $9 in rebates he returned and make them somehow better off, they were understandably suspicious. Now they're learning that that original $10 in upfront taxes might not include the HST on the tax. That is a tax on the tax. His finance minister refused to confirm whether that was the case. So, yes or no, will the HST apply on the carbon tax?
Honourable Prime Minister.
Again, Mr. Speaker, we see the lengths to which the Conservatives will go to try and distract from the fact that they do not have a plan to fight climate change. On this side of the House, and indeed Canadians across the country, recognize that climate change is the greatest global threat facing us all. We need a concrete plan to act against climate change. We have done exactly that by putting a price on pollution, by moving forward on investments in innovation and the clean economy, while at the same time supporting Canadian families through this transition to a cleaner economy. That's our plan, Mr. Speaker. What's theirs?
Honourable member for Carleton.
Well, they don't have an environment plan. They have a plan to raise taxes, Mr. Speaker. They already said they're going to collect more in tax revenue than they're going to give back in rebates. But now we're learning that that upfront tax might actually be taxed again through the HST, a tax on a tax. None of their documents reveal whether, in fact, that is true. None of their ministers have admitted the truth on the question. The Prime Minister can tell us now, will the HST apply on the carbon tax, yes or no?
Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, as has been pointed out, we are the first generation to see the solution to this problem of climate change and the last generation to actually be able to act on it. On this side of the House, we have put forward a concrete plan that puts a price on pollution, because there's too much pollution, and if you put a price on it, you will reduce the amount of pollution. It is something that Canadians understand, at the same time as we will be supporting them to be able to succeed through this transition to a cleaner economy. That is our plan, Mr. Speaker. They have no plan. They will not talk about that.
Honourable member for Carleton.
Well, Mr. Speaker, he is the first person to raise taxes and the last person to tell the truth about it. So let's give him another opportunity to do so. He admits that he's going to collect more in taxes than he gives back in rebates. Now we're hearing that they might actually charge HST on the tax, a tax on the tax. So yes or no, will the HST apply on the carbon tax?
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, they are circling around the issue of whether or not there is a crisis that we have to deal with. For 10 years, the Conservative government, of which that member was a key member, refused to actually take any action on fighting climate change. We know that the time to act is now, and that's exactly what we are doing. We are putting a price on pollution while we are helping families through this transition towards a cleaner economy. That's our plan, Mr. Speaker. They have none.
The member for Carleton. Order.
Circling around, well, he's actually circling around the taxpayer. He reaches into one pocket and then he circles around the other side to reach into the other pocket. They're going to raise taxes on gas, groceries, home heating, and other essentials Canadians require to survive. But now we're hearing they might actually charge the HST on the tax itself. Can you imagine that? A tax on the tax. Will he deny that then, if he can't admit, will he deny that he is going to put a tax on his tax?
There we go.
Honourable Prime Minister.
Again, Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives would prefer to play rhetorical games to try and distract from the fact that they do not think that climate change is a real crisis to our country or our communities, and this despite the wildfires, the floods, the droughts, the hurricanes in our neighbours to the south. These are challenges that we all know are real, and they are playing rhetorical games to try and distract from the fact that they have no plan to fight climate change.
Order. There's far too much noise.